guys, Naja Davis here. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and healthy hair enthusiast. And today I would like to talk to you guys about how to maintain healthy hair under wigs and weaves. Um, I would like to break this up into three categories. I'm going to talk about full wigs, weaves, and U-part wigs. Because me personally, I take care of my hair under the three of them differently. Like how I care for my hair under a full wig is totally different than how I care for my hair under a U-part wig. And as far as weaves goes, I personally haven't had a full sew-in weave in ever since I started doing U-part wigs, which had to have been like maybe 10 plus years ago. I haven't done a weave in my hair since then. So I guess I'll talk to you about how to maintain healthy hair, how I maintain my clients' healthy hair under weaves, because I do have some clients that still like to get weaves. And usually the only time I recommend a weave is if the person wants to put their hair into a full ponytail. Other than that, you really don't need to do a sew and weave when you have the option of a U-part wig. It looks exactly the same. I mean, there's just some people that are married to the idea of having the full weave sewn into their hair. And I get that because of the security of it. But me personally, I feel like it looks the same. And I can maintain my hair better under a U-part wig. So that's just my personal opinion. But let's just get right into it. Like I said, three categories: full wig, U-part wig, and weaves. So let's first talk about weaves. When I do a client's weave, I always recommend do not leave this weave in for longer than 2 months. 2 months max. And depending on the hair, sometimes it's just 1 month. And you can stretch it, especially the way I do my braid pattern. You can stretch it to 3 months, but I don't recommend that at all. So, okay. The reason why I don't like my clients to leave their weaves in for too long is because, so here is your scalp, right? Here's the braid. That's how it starts off, the braid and the scalp, or vice versa, whatever. As your hair grows out, your hair, there's going to be a gap, right? Between your scalp and the braid. The hair grows, there's the new growth in between, right? Not only do you get that with new growth, but you also get that as you wash your hair, your braids might loosen up a little bit. Then depending on your texture, if you have a fine texture like mine, it's gonna loosen as the weeks go on. And I always recommend to shampoo your hair every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks tops. That's like stretching it, but usually every 2 weeks you should be cleansing and deep conditioning your hair. But what happens is that that's going to loosen up the braid, the install, and then you're going to have that weak point in between the scalp and the braid. You get that new growth area. That new growth area, so the braid is connected to the wefted hair, and that's causing tension. Okay, so it's causing tension that's pulling on that fragile new growth section. And that's why I don't recommend leaving it in too long, because as it starts growing and growing and you're washing and you're, maintaining it, and it's just going down, 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 it's getting weaker and weaker. And that's where a lot of people think, oh, well, weaves and wigs and all that, it gives me breakage. It's because you're not maintaining your braids underneath. Then on the flip side, a lot of people will say, even when they have, like, let's say individual braids, and they'll say, oh, well, I didn't want to mess up my braids, or I didn't want to mess up my install, so I didn't wash my hair for 2 months. Well, with that, you get buildup on your scalp, and you're not cleansing it, you're not moisturizing it, you're not able to deep condition your hair. So that can also cause issues, because you have that, your scalp's not being able to breathe, you're not able to deep condition your hair. So it's like which one do you want to do? You want to do the breakage because you left them in too long but you're still maintaining, or do you want to have like the gunk and build up on your hair because you don't want to wash, because you don't want to loosen up your braids? So weaves I recommend for special occasions. If you're going on vacation, or you just have a special occasion when you want to do a high ponytail, then I'll recommend a sew-in weave. And everything in moderation too. If you're going to do a sew-in this month, then maybe do a U-part the next month, or a sew-in this month and 2 months from now you do a U-part wig, and then maybe switch it up with a full wig in between. Switch it up. So in the meantime, if you do have a sew-in weave in, what I do is I take an applicator bottle and I put shampoo in it, shake it up, get all in the tracks when you're shampooing. Get all up in there. Cleanse it really good. You don't want to scrub it, but you want to just kind of like squeeze the shampoo in there and get it cleansed. Rinse really good. Rinse that shampoo out of your hair thoroughly, and that's why it's also important to get your hair done. Either do it where in the salon, get it done in the salon, or do it wherever you have a hose or something that has like a nice high what's the word I'm looking for? Water pressure. If you have a nice high water pressure that's able to, like, the water is getting all in there, and you have that hose, you know, if you have it in your kitchen sink, do it like that. Because if you're just doing it under regular running water, it's not getting in between the tracks. So you want to make sure that you get in there and get under and in those tracks so that you're getting down to your scalp. Then what I do is I like to take an applicator bottle again, a separate one, put conditioner in there. You want to use a really good high quality, salon quality conditioner, and because you're going to need to dilute it. The reason why you need to dilute it is because you need it to be kind of watery so it can get in there, once again, down into your scalp. Yes, you want to condition the actual weave hair itself, but you don't forget you need to get up in your braids and really moisturize your braids. And you can let that sit and deep condition your hair too. And then just make sure, rinse really good. Sit under the dryer, or depending on the time of year, for summertime, let it air dry. I'm not opposed to that. I think if you, depending on the climate, you can air dry and not get that mildewy, whatever. It all depends on your hair and how many bundles you have in too. That's a whole nother story. So that's for the weaves. So next up is U-part wigs. I absolutely love U-part wigs. I think that that's a good way to kind of introduce yourself into the whole wig wearing. If you've never worn a wig before, start with a U-part wig. It will look exactly like a sew-in if it's done right. There's two different ways I like to do my U-part wigs. I'll either add combs to it or I'll sew it down. For those that are used to getting sew-ins, then I'll sew it down. And in my hair personally, I alternate. So if I'm wearing let's say I know I'm going to wear my U-part wig for the next 2 months, right? For the first month, I might do just the combs, and then the next month I'll sew it down, or vice versa, whatever. A lot of times when I wear my U-part wigs, I'll only wear it for like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that, because I'm used to wearing full wigs, and I prefer full wigs for the health of my hair. So, but anyway, so U-part wigs, you do risk having damage to your leave out section. You have to be very cautious about not using too much heat on or try not to use heat at all on your leave out section. I repeat, please do not use too much heat on your leave out section. I've seen too many heads of hair where it's straight and then curly in the back. I've done it to my own hair before. I was really into really into healthy hair. I only cared about the style of my hair. To be honest with you, there was a point where I just wanted it styled right, colored. I didn't care. Now I'm into healthy hair over style. So if my leave out section gets messed up throughout the week and it's not time to wash, it goes into a ponytail, or I'll braid it up into the weave and wear it in like a wavy style or something like that. Put some mousse on it. There's ways around it to not use heat throughout the week. Because, and it's so important to stress that, because as your hair gets oily, your leave out section gets oily, then you go to put heat on it to blend it into the weave. It's like baking your hair pretty much, right? So like if, let's say you put your flat iron on 400 degrees or even 370 degrees. When you think about it, that's how hot your oven gets. And then you're taking that oil that's on your scalp or on your hair, and then you're pretty much sizzling it without the sound. That's what you're doing. So it's important to only use heat when you after you wash your hair on fully clean hair. But I know it's very hard to do. There's occasions where, you need to break that rule. I get it. But just be very careful, because that's how people get messed up with the U-part wigs. The thing I like about U-part wigs too is that even when I sew it down, let's say I sew it down, I usually won't sew it down around the back. And I'll add a comb in the back, and then I can lift that part up and get up under here and oil my braids. That's what I like too about the U-part wigs. You can just lift it on up. You can even unsew it down, or if you have the combs, you just completely take it off. You can pull this forward if your leave out section's not ready to be washed. Pull it forward, hold it tight, and then you can wash the back of your hair, wash your braids, cleanse it really good. The water's getting on it. It's perfect. All right, so lastly are full wigs, and that's what I have on today. This is a full wig. This is from my hair company, Star Quality Hair. I also make wigs, just by the way, just sidebar. I make wigs. If you have a particular hair company that you prefer, we get hooked on our own hair companies, all right? So I make wigs. You can send it to my address, and I make the wig, send you pictures, you approve it. I take your head measurements to make it custom fit to your head. If you are interested in getting a wig made by me, my website is www.najadavis.com. That's Naja Davis.com. I'll leave all the information down below. But anyway, so full wigs, my absolute favorite type of wig to wear. It doesn't look the most natural. U-part wigs are the most natural looking wigs to wear. But as far as maintaining healthy hair, full wig, hands down, is the way to go. I look at wearing wigs like, let's say you have a really nice car, right? Let's say you have a Ferrari, or, I don't know, Rolls Royce. I'm not into cars. Let's say you just have a really nice car, right? Either you have a garage that you keep it in, keep it away from the elements, or you have it covered in one of those like covered little car cover things to keep it away from the elements. If you love your car, you keep it covered, and then you take it out when you want to enjoy it. That's how I look at wigs. There's still people that think that just because you wear wigs, you ain't got no hair, you're bald, yes, there are people that are struggling, have alopecia and different, like maybe a thyroid condition, that they feel as though they need to wear the wig. But there are a lot of people that have long hair, healthy, beautiful, thick hair, that wear wigs and weaves just to either switch it up, change it up, or just to protect your hair. I wear wigs to protect my hair. And it just, I love my hair, so I put it away. Right now, it's going to be away for the winter time. Um, I'll wear the full wig until probably around December. It's, what month is this? October. It's October now, so I'll probably wear a full wig until around December, and then um, I'll put on my U-part wig until the spring, and I probably won't see my hair all the way out until like the springtime, maybe around March or April. So full wigs, I love it because I like to wet my hair every single day, sometimes twice a day. When I get in the shower, I don't want to have to worry about wearing a shower cap. I take this bad boy all the way off. It's not glued down. I can take this on and off. And I I take it off I usually take my wig off as soon as I get home, or as soon as I'm done a client and I go upstairs. I take my hair off immediately. And I like the fact that, like I said, when I get in a shower, I can let the water hit my hair, because water is the most moisturizing thing out there. It is. When you drink it, it's moisturizing to your insides, and it's also moisturizing to your outsides. So letting that water just hit your hair, and then I use any type of moisturizer. I switch up my products a lot, you guys, but I think right now I'm using Eden products. Their moisturizer, I forget what it's called, but I'll link it down below. Um, and after I get out the shower and I have my hair misted, kind of wet, not maybe necessarily drenched, but just wet, I'll put my moisturizer on my ends, on my braids, and then I'll oil my scalp. I like to use these applicator bottles. I got these off of Amazon, and I just take it like that, a little dropper, and then I just get all up in my braids. I'm kind of lazy with my hair, to be honest with you, so I only do that maybe like 3 times a week, maybe around there. Sometimes I do it more. It just depends on how my scalp is feeling, how I'm feeling that day. But yeah, I use that. I really, really, really like to use the Sunny Isle, their Jamaican black castor oil. I like the lavender one, and I like the coconut one because it doesn't have that. Jamaican black castor oil kind of has like a cigar smell to me, right? I feel like it just stinks, but it works. So whatever. So that's what I use. And then as far as cleansing goes, and I do this for wigs, weaves, anything. I really, really like this Cantu root rinse. It's like a detox for your hair. It says gentle scalp detox, deeply cleanses scalp without stripping strands, which is true. Very, very true. Great for weaves, braids, locks, and extensions. This stuff is amazing. If you see it, buy it all. Like, it's only like $4, maybe $5. I get it from Walmart. They have it at Target. I think they might have it at Sally's, but I'm not sure. But I mean, just about everybody has a Walmart and a Target, so you can pick it up there. I've been noticing that it's flying off the shelf, and I'm really upset about that, because usually when I go, I buy like 2 or 3 at a time, because my clients absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I have a daughter with waist length hair. She absolutely loves it. It cleanses and makes your scalp feel so good. If you've used it, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. And be honest. Do you like it? Do you love it? Or let me know. But anyway, I love it. And I like that it's watery. You're able to like really get up in your braids and really leaves your scalp feeling so cleansed without having to actually like shampoo too much, because you don't want to mess with your braids or whatever. So I'm looking at my notes, kind of keep myself on tracks, because I get sidetracked easily, y'all. So daily moisture, deep condition. I deep condition my hair with my braids in. So I'm going to leave a clip later on on my braid pattern underneath of this. I just did like some straight backs. I did it really flat up in here and then bigger in the back. But I'll leave a clip of that. So what I do is once I braid my hair up, I keep it in those braids pretty much for a whole like month or two. But I say that when I say that, I mean like, so I wash my hair every 2 weeks, sometimes every week, depending on how my hair feels and how heavy handed I was with my oil that week. I'll cleanse it every, like, let's say 2 weeks. Deep condition my hair faithfully every 2 weeks, if not every week. And then when I start to feel that my braids are starting to like get that, how do I explain it? Like you can kind of pinch your braids and get like a little bit of a gap in between. Then I know it's time to re-braid my hair. So what I do is I fully cleanse my hair and make sure I have time, first of all. Fully cleanse my hair, deep condition, I let it air dry. And then after it's completely air dried, which usually takes my hair like a full day to do, then I go in and I re-braid my hair. So I don't have to take all my braids down. I don't have to go and blow dry my hair at all. It's already stretched because it's in the braids. So I just take each braid out one by one, re-braid it, then move on to the next, undo that braid, re-braid it. So my hair is not all out at once. I'm not having to detangle, manipulate it too much. That has really saved my hair, really has saved my hair. If I didn't explain that right, you guys, let me know. And I'll walk y'all through next time I'm due to re-braid my hair. I'll walk y'all through and show you exactly what I mean, because I have a hard time explaining stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Like I'll keep the same braid pattern for like a few months. But I just always make sure my hair is cleansed and deep conditioned. I even do my steam treatments with my hair braided up. And that's pretty much it. Drink plenty of water. Put water on your hair. Don't be afraid to get your hair wet, guys. And that's how I maintain my healthy, long, healthy hair under my wigs. So here's my braid pattern. I don't always do it this small. It depends on how I want my leave out section, or not my leave out, how I want my wig to look. With this particular wig that I'm going to be putting on, I wanted a middle part and I wanted it to lay really flat. So I did these really, really small. And then the back, I just kind of connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, 7 or 8 braids in the back. And I always leave my hair down in the back. That way I can oil my ends and really get to my hair underneath. This is the wig gripper. I get it off of Amazon. And here's what it looks like. This thing will save you from having to use combs, clips, bands. You don't really have to use any of that with this. It's just like that. And then what I do is I take the back of my hair and I usually will fold it like that. And then I'll usually bobby pin it, but I don't have one on me. And then I take this, and this tells you exactly where, it has like little instructions as to how it should go. It tells you like the right side, where the right side should go. And then you just, I like mine a little bit past my hairline. Take it, and then you just Velcro it on. Just like that. When I tell you that this makes your hair, your wigs stay, it makes it stay. And then usually what I'll do is I'll put some makeup on it to blend it into my skin tone. That's it. So that's pretty much it, you guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope I explained everything properly. I know I'm probably going to watch this video back and think like, I didn't explain that right, or Oh man, I left that out. If I left anything out that I think of, I'll leave it down below. But in the meantime, I read and comment back to every comment. So leave a comment down below if you have anything that you do in particular with your wigs and weaves that you think helps your hair maintain healthy, stay healthy. Let me know down in the comments below. Also follow me on Instagram, Naja Davis, at Naja Davis on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.